Hello friends, today the MedConnect team brings to you the final video in the series on floods in India. The visuals presented at the beginning were a quick recap of what we have covered so far in this documentary series. Floods are the most common natural event witnessed in India year after year, especially during the monsoon season. Given the importance and impact of this event, we couldn't do justice in this short series that we are about to conclude. So far, we have covered in detail various technical aspects of the 2005 Mumbai floods, 2018 Kerala floods, Northeast floods, and 2015 Chennai floods. We definitely have missed out on many important extreme events like the Uttarakhand cloudburst in 2013, also known as the Himalayan tsunami, Gujarat floods of 2017, Kolhapur and Sangli floods of 2019, and many more. But whatever we have discussed in our past videos is applicable to any flooding event in India. In the conclusion video, we summarize this key topic and end with some recommendations on how to mitigate the impact of this natural event. We strongly urge you all to watch our past videos to appreciate the contents of this video. We initiated this series to create awareness among the public about floods, how and why they occur, the dynamics behind these extreme natural events, and impacts and mitigation. Floods are a byproduct of extremely heavy rains triggered due to monstrous weather systems which develop in the Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal. The common dynamical reason for extreme rains is attributed to the huge moisture flux moving from ocean to land under the influence of a strong low pressure system. The moisture bearing clouds cover the landmass, bringing heavy rains. The role of mountains cannot be discounted as they block these clouds, resulting in very heavy rains at any given place for a prolonged period of time. This eventually translates into floods. On the west coast of India, the clouds impinge on the western Ghats, bringing heavy rains to places in Maharashtra, Karnataka, Kerala, and Gujarat. On the east coast of India, systems developing in the monstrous Bay of Bengal move north or northwest, causing very heavy rains. The proximity to Bay of Bengal is one of the reasons why northeast of India floods every year during the southwest monsoon season. The most common types of flooding events are riverine flood and urban flood. Riverine flooding happens when rivers swell to dangerous levels, triggering rapid outflow of water. The increased inflow may be the result of sustained rainfall from monsoon systems, tropical cyclones, or sudden release of water from dams. Rapid flooding events, including flash floods, more often occur on smaller rivers and rivers with steep valleys. As the name suggests, it occurs in regions with large numbers of rivers or regions where the major Indian rivers flow through them. Kerala has around 44 rivers flowing through the state. The 2018 flood was a clear case of riverine flooding. The situation was aggravated by poor dam management practices, where water was released suddenly, leading to excessive swelling of rivers. For the first time in the state's history, 35 of the 54 dams were opened, causing widespread floods in the entire state. Northeast floods are hugely influenced by the presence of the mighty Brahmaputra and its tributaries. During episodes of very heavy rains, the river swells beyond imagination, overflowing and submerging most of the northeastern states. Again, a classic example of riverine floods. The floods that occurred in Gujarat, mainly central and south Gujarat, during the years 2017 and 2019 could be placed in this same category of riverine floods. Due to the heavy rains in July during both these years, the sluice gates of Sardar Sarovar Dam on Narmada River were opened to release water, causing floods. The 2019 Maharashtra floods could also be linked to riverine flooding. During these floods, the worst affected districts were Kolhapur and Sangli. The Panchaganga River overflowed to dangerous levels, and at the same time the floodgates of Almaty Dam were opened. This led to the closure of National Highway 4, Mumbai-Bangalore National Highway, stranding about 18,000 vehicles on the highway. The visuals of water submerging the highway is still fresh in people's mind. Urban flooding is very frequently witnessed in cities and suburban areas with dense population. Urban flooding is caused by rainfall overwhelming the capacity of drainage systems such as storm sewers. Such flooding events are triggered by localized very heavy monsoon rains and flash floods due to small rivers swelling above their capacity. In urban areas, flood effects are worsened by excessive urbanization, deforestation, and concretization. The existence of paved streets and roads and absence of natural surroundings and green spaces increase the speed of flowing water. Highly impervious surfaces prevent the rainwater from seeping into the ground, thereby causing water to flow over the surface for very long distances. The 2005 Mumbai deluge and 2015 Chennai deluge are textbook examples of urban flooding. These districts do not have many major rivers flowing through them. The vast urbanization and concrete jungle led to water flowing over the surface for long distances without seeping through the ground. Poor drainage systems aggravated the situation, causing floods. Hence, urban flooding in a rhetorical sense is indeed a man-made disaster. The 2013 Uttarakhand floods or the Himalayan tsunami also fits the bill of a man-made disaster. Unplanned and haphazard construction, mismanaged tourism and related activities, including intensive mining in this fragile ecosystem, were the reasons behind the so-called natural disaster, which was partly a man-made one. The average temperature over the Indian subcontinent has risen by around 1 degree Celsius in the last century. It is projected to rise further by the end of this century. The rise in temperature leads to an increase in precipitation, since warmer air has the ability to hold more moisture, resulting in the formation of intense clouds. This has led to a 50% increase in extreme rain events over the past decade. Reports have confirmed that the precipitation has increased notably over the Indo-Gangetic Plains and the Western Ghats, triggering extreme rainfall events and floods. The primary cause of rising temperature is linked to the excessive amounts of greenhouse gases released into the atmosphere. Heat from the warming atmosphere raises the temperature of the ocean as well, leading to formation of strong systems. The warming of climate has had an extreme impact over India. Rise in average global temperatures have led to a worrying trend of no rain for long periods and then a sudden bout of excessive rainfall causing extreme weather events. Global rainfall data for over the last century shows an alarming trend. The number of rainy days is decreasing while intense rainfall events are increasing. This means that more rainfall is accumulated in less time. For example, globally 50% of annual precipitation is received in just 11 days. The climate warming and associated changes are a direct result of anthropogenic factors like emissions, deforestation, land reclamation, and urbanization. These facts clearly tell us that extreme events are on the rise, and the anthropogenic factors have indeed worsened the impacts of such events. As climate change threatens our mankind, it is up to us to stay a step ahead and mitigate the impacts and leave a better place for our future generations. In this uphill battle against floods, we not only need to improve our predictive capability of these events, but also require a radical change in our perception of the ecosystem and ways to protect it. Unless we embrace the latter, it will always be one step forward but two steps back. We hope that this documentary series has given our viewers a broad perspective on floods, their causes, and most importantly, how one could mitigate the impacts of this natural but catastrophic event. The time to act is now, by doing our part to decelerate the climate change process. Either that, or let us all brace to face the day after tomorrow. Thank you for the support rendered during this documentary series. Please share all the videos in this series with your family and friends. Subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for instant notifications and exciting updates. You can also express your views and suggestions in the comments section. Please stay tuned for more from our team. Until then, this is Sweta Manyan Sridhar signing off for MedConnect.